Alrighty, good evening ladies and gentlemen, this is Harry Muppet. Welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Daily Masters. It's going to be game 2 in our 3-game series between Mr. Grubby down at the bottom right side of the map and Mr. Kaz up the top left side of the map. This is our epic Daily Masters series. 3 really long games all in a row. Should be awesome. And we saw, if you haven't seen the game yesterday, go ahead right now and check it out because it was absolutely insane. Yeah, go ahead right now. 3, 2... Alright, I'm going to spoil it after I finish counting down, so if you don't want it spoiled, stop this video, go back and watch the other one. Alright, so 3, 2, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, the previous game yesterday, really awesome. Yeah, both players macroing up nice and fast. I think it was the map where you had the early macro spot off the back of your base or something like that, I can't remember, but anyway, really good job. Grubby got in there and whacked a lot of Kaz's workers early on, and Kaz did manage to build up a bigger army because Grubby had like 80 workers or something stupid like that, but didn't quite manage to put the death push on Grubby, and in the end, Grubby managed to keep his macro going, was moving bases all over the place. Kaz, however, was running on fumes as far as his economy was going for like 20 minutes or so. And finally, the armies did meet, and both had huge armies at this point, and Kaz unfortunately did go down, and Grubby lost a fair bit as well, but May kept most of his forces alive, and Kaz just had no money left, and Grubby was banking a ton at that point. So yeah, it came down to it, and Grubby just came out with the victory due to his very, very nice macro over the entire game, and Kaz just didn't have it built up. So we're going to be seeing if we have something a little bit different here. Obviously we're going to have something different, because otherwise, if it's the same, then I'm just be like, hang on, didn't I cast this game before? Because my memory is absolutely shocking. But I'm pretty sure this is a different map, so I'm pretty sure it's a different game. But we'll see. Mothership Core, did you hear that? It just came out like 2 seconds before the Reaper got there. That is timing right there. So both players obviously know exactly what their opponent is going to be doing. Oh, he's got a circle around here. The Reaper's right in the back, not shooting any workers though. Getting a scout. Not shooting any workers. I think he might have had time to hit a worker there if he was going to have a go at it, but decided not to. Decided to go for a scout. We got the probe coming in as well, and a couple of Marines are coming out, trying to lock onto the probe. There we go, locked on, and the Marines are going to be coming out. So the probe has seen everything, has seen triple barracks off one command center, so knows there's going to be some pretty standard stuff. Hellions are not going to be coming out ASAP. Banshee's not going to be coming out for a while. And the second Reaper, I assume that's the second Reaper. Let's have a look. We've only got one Reaper. And so actually that was the first Reaper. And he did manage to kill a probe. It was all the way across the map, but the Stalker coming in. Very, very nice intercept there. And Kaz having to fall back, but it looks like he is not giving up the fight. Wants to go around, wants to see some things. Could get in here. I don't think the Reapers can actually jump up these rocks. You'd think they'd be able to, because it's just like rock climbing or rock jumping or something like that, but no, it doesn't seem like it. And Grubby being very skillful in the way they move his stalkers around, although there is a potential for losing some workers here. Oh, it's running, it's running, it's running. But the Mothership Core gets there in time, and the Reaper is going to have to get out of there. So it's another probe that's going to be running around with, yeah, full shields and not full health. Just put it back here. This probe is going to die very fast, but we're rapidly approaching the point where how much health the probe has just doesn't matter anymore. And if these guys get close enough in, the probes are going to die almost instantly regardless of how much health they have left over. So yeah, Kaz getting a very, very nice little army up nice and early in the game. And this is going to allow him to get some nice early macro off the base of this if he manages to get some nice attacks. We do have a probe coming out. Don't know what this... if this probe was planning for that, but it did manage to see something. We got 3 stalkers here, and that is not a lot, to be honest. Kaz has quite a bit here. The only thing that's really going to hold that off is the Nexus Overcharge, which Kaz is understandably not going to be happy to run into. He could run in right now, hit a few things, Nexus Overcharge, and then he runs away, loses a couple of Marines. Or he could sit back, and Grubby will quite easily be able to macro up enough forces to hold him off. So there's no real win here for Kaz in terms of destroying workers. So choosing to sort of back off, which is fair enough. So, yeah, maybe he can come in another few minutes with a lot more Marauders and potentially get a ton of damage done. We'll wait for more targets. Once the third base comes out, he can go for either one, and it's going to be very hard for the Mothership to overcharge both of those. But look at this positioning right here. Grubby just walking into those guys. Such a bad idea right there, but he had no idea they were there. And, yeah, it's just bad luck from Grubby at that point. But these pylons going down. These guys running around. Oh, they're moving in right now. There's a fair amount of Stalkers, but with more and more Marauders coming out on the map, it's not the best force to be sending against it. It looks like it's going to be blinking up the top, and suddenly the game has changed right here. Kaz has to get all the way back up here. It's going to take ages. So suddenly Grubby doing a fantastic job. Gets out at least 2 workers there. Going to get a couple more. Marines starting to come out, but the Marines are not enough to hold these guys up. He's going to need the Marauders. There they come. And now they're going to be running for their lives. Managed to get away without any losses, but Kaz, oh man. Where the hell did these guys come from? I have no idea, but I think they came up the south side. So he didn't move. He didn't. Most players would move everything up to the top ground and just defend it. Kaz moved most of his forces. He had another group waiting down there for when they blinked down. Just sniped 2 Stalkers, and I was like, holy shit. So great job there by Kaz. Did lose a few workers, but got a couple of Stalkers back when we're expecting the Stalkers to get away scot-free. So not a bad effort by Mr. Kaz, and he's continuing to pump out the Triple M, which are going to be so good in this early game, especially just against Stalkers and stuff. The Marauders start owning them so badly. Grubby does have Blink early on, which is going to be a major advantage, and all he's got to do is get the Nexus overcharge, working on this thing, and he should be able to hold off. But the Marine Marauder is starting to bulk up. When they start to get medevacs in there as well, it is going to be very scary. Let's have a look at the worker numbers. Looks like Grubby has an advantage, but that's not going to last very long because Kaz has double expanding off this very early pressure. Not super early, but he's definitely double expanding off this pressure. Feels like he can make it happen. And yeah, a single Zealot is not going to stop him from moving out. But he does have to kill this thing, obviously. And moving the main army back, does spot the pylon, does take it out. So there we go, and Grubby's going to push out here. Maybe thinking about a third base right here. This would not be a bad idea as well. Also getting the robotics facility. So the Protoss, as is their usual gameplay, choosing to go for the tech nice and fast. They're very good when they got their tech against Terrans. When they don't have their tech, when it's just gateway units, they are not as good. They're not very good at all, actually, compared to Marine Marauders. The Marine Marauders do a very good job against straight up gateway units. The gateway units just can't hold their own. So you need the Colossus, you need the High Templar, and then you have the advantage, and then the Terran has to start worrying about their own tech. So here we go, another Zealot coming in, but Kaz is going to be ready for him. And yeah, Grubby does know about both those expansions, so this is the point where he can start thinking about moving in, getting some stuff done. He's got a pylon over here, he's got a pylon over there. If he pushes his main force in, hits this, and meanwhile sends some Zealots into the third base from the other side, he could do quite a bit of damage, kill quite a few workers, but he's got to time it nicely. So it doesn't look like he's going for that at this point. He's going for this base straight up, but a planetary is forming, and Kaz has enough to push it off right here. Oh, force fielding, leading these guys out. A bunch of them are going to go down, but the Zealots have got to be careful. If they get too close to that force field line, they will get owned by the Marines and Marauders. And Kaz holding off. Now the planetary is up. It's not going to survive a full-fledged invasion by this force, but it will survive 3 or 4 Zealots if they run at it. So here we go. Just needs to pump this up a little bit. The Zealots are coming in. He's putting a little wall around there as well, but definitely needs to get this populated. There we go. The Marines coming in just in time, and the Zealots are just getting the hell out of there. Meanwhile, the Rock's going down there, so he's got another avenue coming on in. And we do have a small force for Kaz over there, keeping an watchful eye. Not many forces up there, so they're going in. They're going to get sandwiched on the side from Kaz, but he's sandwiching the other way, putting a nice force field here. Does get hit from the back and has to Mothership Core warp out of there, because he had nowhere to go. He could warp his Stalkers over there, but then the Zealots are all dead, and that is a horrible position to be with. So yeah, I mean, as soon as he got in this fight, he gets hit from both sides, and that's exactly what Kaz managed to pull off here. And suddenly, Kaz is looking well in control of the map, well in control of his defense at least, and has managed to successfully get 4 bases up. He can build 4 workers at once now. which is insane for the 15-minute mark. Look at this, 72 workers over 57, doing a fantastic job, and he's going to need that macro because there are 2 Colossus out on the map for Mr. Grubby. So instantly, he's going to need a ton of Vikings out. He's moving out here with a bunch of forces. If Grubby has any idea, he's going to move in there. They're coming in. I don't think they're going to be able to take this out. The Colossus are going to be in range in just a second. There they go, but he's going to make a go of it, and at the very last second, takes out the base, takes quite a few losses for its Marine Marauder forces, but I gotta say, I think it is worth it. The Stalkers are blinking in though, and he's continuing to take more losses. Just he was stim and running, kiting these guys, but now I think he's just running. Lost most of that force, and it was definitely worth it if he was going to get away, but I'm not sure he's going to get away anymore. He needs the forces down here. The Planetary might slow them down a little bit, but if he gets the Colossus in here, the Planetary is not going to help at all. 1 lone Marine got left behind. That guy is... He attacked the Colossus. Look at that, man. 143 under 150. That Colossus definitely took a hit right there. So, yeah. Mayhem all over the place, but that third base going down. Kaz showing that he knows how to get in there nice and fast and get some stuff done. And, yeah, the economy looking very nice right here. The Grubby still has 63 workers right now, but he's not mining this third base. He's only mining 2 bases, and I think that's the absolute most he can get out of those bases. So, yeah, Kaz has the advantage for now. We'll see if he can build up to it. He's already maxed out. His 18 workers up. His army is just over as well. Upgrade-wise, he's only got 1-1. Grubby has 1-2, which is very, very nice. But the upgrades have got to be, yeah, 2-2 is nearly finished. Grubby just starting 2 weapons, so Kaz definitely ahead on the upgrades in terms of the time, and he's getting level 1 weapons as well. Vikings starting to come out. Only have 1 starport at the moment. We'll have to see how much Grubby puts into the Colossus to determine how many Vikings he should be getting. It might be okay. There we go. Second starport coming up. 4 Vikings at once, exactly what he needs to do. And here we go. The Zealots once again proving their dominance against the Terran player, but don't get them too close to the Planetary Fortress, otherwise things can go very, very bad. And the first storm of the battle has come out from Mr. Grubby and takes quite a bit. Oh god, that was brutal, absolutely brutal. I mean, it's mainly Marauders, but damn, they're still so close to death. Just dude, take it easy, man. Your forces are walking around, or they're not even walking around, they're like hopping around on bandaged legs. Oh, it's absolutely brutal. He needs to get a ton of Vikings out before he wants to engage that force, and the ghosts need to start coming out. He's building ghosts at the moment, 3 at a time, 4 at a time, so no Marauder production for now, but getting a ton of those, and 2 more command centers over here. Grubby, I mean, this is what Grubby did last time. He built a crap load of command centers late game, and Kaz is like, you know what? If you want to do that, I'm going to do that as well. And Grubby does have 4 bases already. And here we go, moving in. He's going to get flanked a little bit, but he's going to do what Kaz did before and get in fast enough. Maybe get the snipe. Doesn't get the snipe, actually. Doesn't have enough to take it out. And, yeah, Kaz is going to repair this almost certainly. No, he's not repairing it at the moment. And he's not running in there. What the hell, Kaz? Get in there. He's worried about being flanked from the bottom because he's going to have to move all the way out in here, which means he gets flanked to the bottom. But the Vikings coming out. Oh, great stuff there. Oh, the Storm's keeping him away. It looks like some Stalkers is decided not to run in with Zealots for obvious reasons, but the Stalker is doing a fairly good job of taking care of that stuff. Kaz is just like, whatever, I'm going to move in. I'm going to take all this shit out. The Vikings pick up a very nice Colossus kill. God knows what Grubby was thinking sending a Colossus over there. Probably a mismanaged rally point or something like that, but needs to take out that Stalker, man. Look at these Marauders just going nuts. And the Marine is just like, oh, it's 1 Stalker, man. Come on. Oh, the Mothership core going down. Instantly builds another one. Grubby totally on top of that. But here we go. This might be able to snipe this base. He's in very big danger of being flanked right here. And he might have to fall back and not take this. But he pushes him back a little bit. Gives him just enough time to snipe that. And away you go. So Grubby just took a step back there. Just a little bit of a step back. And that lost him the nexus. If he kept on, he may have pushed him away. But he may have lost a few Colossus to that Viking fire as well. And Grubby definitely is pushing the Colossus nice and hard. The Storms are still coming. But I think Colossus is still his main focus at the moment. Colossi, excuse me. So yeah, the Pling Stalker still doing a great job. Taking out medevac after medevac. Definitely needs to get these guys going. Look at the minerals though. Kaz with his increased economy. He's sort of bulked down a little bit. I think he's just lost them over here to this Stalker, but he's not rebuilding them, which is fairly smart. More command centers. Are these all planetaries or something? Or are they all orbitals? He's just going to be muling his way into a victory or something like that. I do not know, but I do know that Grubby has a great... Oh, sorry, Kaz has a great opportunity to start hitting bases. Oh, do not go up the middle. Going up the middle is a bad idea. Get the hell out of there. He thinks he can make it happen out here. I do not agree with him, but somehow he's pushed Grubby away. Grubby is falling back and the base goes down. What the hell are you doing, Grubby? Why did you give him that much room? You should have pushed in. I know he's got Vikings, but you got Stalkers. Make a go of it. And that was a backward step that Grubby should not have made right there. A horrible time to take a backward step, to sort of stand back and say, you know what, take my base out. And I don't know, man. I don't know why Grubby did that. He should have held. He should have tried to hold. He should have put down the storms. He should have let the Colossus do their job. Started sniping Vikings with his Stalkers as much as he could have. And I mean, it's not like he's running out of army. He's got a very, very decent amount, but he took a backward step. And his third base suffered, and this base is only just coming up now, so now he's only got this base. I mean, income-wise, look at this. 800 under 1200, that's not good. That is not good at all, and I gotta say that I do not agree with that move from Mr. Grubby at all, but... Oh, the Observer going down. Very, very nice stuff. And here we go through the Canyon of Death right here. They're going down. The Colossus moving over the other side, but Grubby's army is starting to look a little bit slipshod right here. He's still got a fair amount of forces, but I think Kaz definitely has it going on. I think he's looking much stronger than the previous game. He's got a very, very nice economy. And, oh man, talk about shooting yourself in the foot. Kaz knocked these rocks down to protect his third base, and now they're stopping the reinforcements from coming in. Oh man, bad luck right there, but now he's pushed him through. He's gonna move in. The Colossus actually put him back, and he gets in there quickly enough. That's a crap load of DPS he just built, and the Ghost coming in. Oh, there's one more High Templar. They're not going to be able to take it out, but there we go. Grubby coming in, and Grubby's just not looking as strong as I would have thought. We've got 3-3 just about to pop off. 2 vehicle weapons. Grubby has 3-3 as well. Getting a robotics facility out, which is quite nice. Maybe for more Colossus production or something like that. And yeah, units all over the place. We've got mules all over the place as well. How many mules has he got currently? None. I don't know what the hell they're using it for, but a bunch more Stalkers coming out. Needs to get something over there to take care of these guys. Grubby is doing what he did last game, which is really, really good worker harass. He's done a great job taking out the workers. A couple of ghosts in there that are going to hold this back, but here we go. Main attack. Look over here. Look at this army. Where are they going? They're going over here. Maybe they can take this base down. That's not a bad idea. He saved all his workers. He's going to lose the Nexus, but he can take out Kaz's base over there. They're not without losses. I mean, he's actually killing all the workers. And that's pretty serious because Kaz did not kill any of the probes, but a very fair amount of workers lost there. And look at that. Kaz has lost a very decent amount of workers. I thought he was going to push on for this base, but apparently not. He's going to fall back. And meanwhile, Grubby moving in here is going to take out this base. I don't think Kaz is doing a great job at keeping his workers alive. Grubby seems to be. Grubby always saves his workers when he sees danger coming in. And Kaz, look at this. He cannot run past this base and not take it out. He's got to take it out. It's so close. Oh, a storm coming out. One High Templar able to defend here. But here he goes, going in. And Grubby he's not even trying to kill the workers. That's the problem right here. Here we go. Warped in the army. Where did the army get warped in? Over there. So, we will see Kaz. Hopefully he can take this base out. But the worker numbers really going down for Kaz. Is he even mining any minerals? No, he is not. He needs to get the mule production going out. He's got enough orbitals to get it going. But man, he needs to get that stuff going. He's quite screwed himself in the mineral department. Well, he's definitely got enough bases so he can just move over there, but worker-wise, needs to get that income up there. Needs to get a bunch of workers out. 32 to 57. This is slowly turning into a repeat of the previous game where Kaz just didn't have the worker numbers to re-macro at the end game, and Grubby did, and Grubby, it just came up to a battle and Kaz was just absolutely broke. And doesn't matter how good your army is, if you're broke and you can't re-macro, then you can't survive an army trade and you will go down. And here we go, look at this, out of position again, but he may go in, he may take out this base. I think he personally could have taken it out before. He could have moved down a little bit farther, but yeah, look at this, Grubby is actually falling back here, so maybe it's, yeah, still good. Oh, the storm's still coming down. Ghost moving out, trying to take him out, not doing the best of jobs, but regardless, the base goes down, and now the workers should be destroyed. So this is going to be nice, taking out all of these workers. Grubby is moving in though. Oh, God. Sorry, just got a massive dry throat right there. I need to take a drink or something like that. After this game finishes, have a drink. Nice drink, I'll see how it gets. There we go, and oh man, Kaz is wishing he had a mothership core right now to get the hell out of there. But look at these Colossus numbers. There are 9, I repeat, 9 Colossus in that army. It's like Viking heaven right now. And as soon as he gets back, I mean, Grubby has to warp out of there. He's got no choice. If those 9 Colossus go down, Grubby is a dead man. But the mothership core getting out of position, and the Vikings are going to town. Grubby, get a hold of your army. The Vikings are 2.5 seconds away. There's a Viking chasing the mothership core, and oh, it goes down. The mothership core has gone down, and suddenly Grubby is in a huge amount of trouble. He's got 5 Colossus in the middle of nowhere with no mothership core to warp them out. They are all going to die. Forget the buildings that Kaz just lost. Grubby's entire army is going to be destroyed here. The main core of his army, and he destroyed a bunch of buildings. He didn't really destroy that much army. So what do we got going on? 2 versus 48, army-wise 80 over 59. So Kaz has to make something happen here. He's just been handed a huge bonus right now. And what have we got for army? We got 12, 6, 8, 11, pretty nice, versus 21 Zealots. So it's pretty much a case of, and a couple of High Templars. So High Templars are going to have to win the game here for Grubby. If he cannot make it happen, he's utterly screwed. Here we go, nice drop coming out with a bunch of units. We got Vikings coming out. Remember, the Vikings can land as well. They're not as good on the ground, and they probably will get owned by Zealots fairly quickly, but they still can do something. Well, he's landed an orbital down there. That's not going to be good, but definitely needs to go out there. Needs to take out all the economy, I would think, is the only way he's going to win this, because otherwise he doesn't have enough forces to just dominate Grubby. So he needs to move out and start taking out the economy. These guys doing a great job. Workers dying by the score. We're down to 33. Needs to knock them down quite a bit more. However, Grubby does have 1 Colossus down, and as long as the Vikings are in the right position, then it doesn't matter how many Colossus Grubby gets out. He's never going to be able to get out enough to really make it happen for him at this point in the game. There's just too many Vikings. It's going to take a massive amount of storms to actually wipe these guys out, and I don't think it's going to happen. So there we go. Ghost taking out the Zealots, managing to save it. Mule's keeping Mr. Grubby in the game for now, and here comes the main army. We've got a single Colossus, gets owned almost instantly. A storm put down on the high ground, absolutely misses all of these guys, and now the Ghosts are going to get away. They don't have too much energy, but they've, well, some of them actually have full energy. The energy bar doesn't show up. Feedback, killing 2 of them, but the High Templar does go down without storming, and it's so close here. If Kaz can take care of the High Templar, if he can sort them out, if he can avoid getting stormed, I think he is going to demolish this Protoss army. And this base is going down. That is not good news. Oh, the Ghost running right into it, taking quite a bit of damage here. But the base is going to go down, and Kaz just keeps moving on without interruption. We do not have a Colossus out. We've got 1 Immortal. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be enough. Although ground-wise, Kaz does not have that much. He's got a bit more over there, but his main force is over there, and there we go. He's going to try and move in here. He's going to have a go, stimming up, having a good crack. I think we remember what we said at the start of the game. Marine Marauder versus Gateway units. Gateway units just don't have that much against Marine Marauder, but it's going to come down to Storm, I think. A couple of good Storms could definitely turn the tide of this battle. And Grubby does still have a few High Templars left, building 2 more at the moment. The Ghost moving out, getting an EMP, missed the Ghost though, I think. Why can't I select that High Templar? There we go. So yeah, completely missed that. And it's coming down to the High Templar. But Grubby's gas income is phenomenally bad. It's still better than Kaz's, but look at this. He's fighting another war over there with Zealots just being warped in continuously. But here he goes, trying to get... He should get that gas going, man. He definitely needs to get that gas going. Grubby holding himself on a little bit better, but it's very, very hard at the moment for him to... because he's just not as good. Marine Marauder is just so much better than straight up gateway units. He's relying so heavily on the High Templar, but Kaz again and again and again is doing great things. And now look at this, he's moving out, he's having a crack, he's almost certainly going to lose this base. And this base might get lost as well, but I mean, Kaz can afford to lose an orbital more than Grubby can afford to lose this Nexus. That is 100% sure. He's got spare orbitals all over the place. So Nexus goes down, and now Grubby literally has nowhere that he can mine. So he's not going to help him out right there. He's taking that base out. He's slowing down Kaz's income. He's still mining off there. There he goes. He's actually chasing all the workers. Kaz definitely wants to take out all those workers, but Grubby wants to move in, start taking some of this crap out as well. Look at these 2 orbitals. So here we go. Kaz, he's got to move out. He's got to take out these workers. He doesn't have to, but it definitely helps him out here. And there we go. The workers are going down, getting destroyed bit by bit. And let's have a look at the worker count. 0, 0, 0, 0. Grubby has, and he'd have to long distance mine after building workers off this Nexus. So I don't think that's going to happen. Kaz can mule his way to a victory right here. He just has to lift off land, mule his way to a victory, and he should be able to do really, really a great job here. So I don't think that Grubby has anything he can do at this point. I think he's just going to go down. I don't think there's any doubt about it. He's got a few forces, but he cannot build any more. Kaz has a slightly bigger army, but it's just better units in a one-on-one head battle, because Grubby doesn't have any of that high-tech sort of unit structure that Protoss really rely on to face off against Triple M. He just doesn't have it. It's all basically Zealots, and that's not going to get him a victory right here. High Templars, yeah, he's got 2 of the bastards, and no possibility of getting any more. He's starting to build some workers. He's got to be sending them to Mineral Patch or Gas or something like that, but that's a slow way to go. And yeah, so I don't know, man. I think Kaz should just get a couple of buildings, float him into the corner of the map, and just go nuts on Grubby's base, you know, because there's no way if he floats a building to the corner that Grubby is going to be able to base race him. It's just not going to happen. Oh, the High Templar getting some nice feedback. The Ghost going in there. There's a few Ghosts left. There's 1 High Templar left with no energy. Did get an EMP off on it. So that's going to buy Grubby enough for a little while. We've got a single Stalker in this army, so the Vikings don't have too much to fear. The Mothership Core, if they can go in and snipe it, then I think that Kaz is just going to own this army. He's still very, very worried about High Templar. There is an observer in here. The Vikings go in. The Mothership Core has gone down. Kaz going to be having a crack here. There's quite a lot of Zealots still. He's going to be a little bit worried about that. And the Immortals, he's managed to get a second Immortal from somewhere. Suddenly, this is looking a little bit crazy, but still, Grubby has given the GG. He decided not to press that all the way. I thought for a second Immortal, wow, you know, because Kaz's army is a lot of Marauders, like a lot. But the fact that Kaz was still muling his way to a victory, obviously gave Grubby enough pause to be like, you know what, it's not going to matter, it's not going to happen. So he gave the GG, and Kaz has taken out game number 2. So I think it must be a best of 3 series then, because there was only 3 games in that series. It wasn't like there was 3 long games and then 2 crap ones. It was just 3 games, so it must be a best of 3. Ace match tomorrow. Gonna have to check that out, see how good it is. It's going to be awesome. I hope you enjoy this game. I will catch you guys tomorrow. It's been Hairy Muppet.